What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. Today we're going to take a look at Electro from Spider-Man No Way Home, and when it's available, you can pre-order this figure at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. $4 shipping and they double box your item. So let's take a look at this figure. I think the head sculpt is terrific. I think they nailed Jamie Fox on this head sculpt. There's certain angles where, it's kind of weird, but overall, I think it's spectacular. I mean, even the hairline, they captured the hairline. Jamie Foxx is one of the best hairlines in the business right now. But overall, is it better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro? Absolutely. I mean, the design is obviously different. Although that one is unique. That one has a bad rap, even though I think it's a very unique figure. I mean, the head sculpt just glows and all that stuff, the hands and all that stuff. It wasn't as bad as people made out to be, at least as a figure. It took a bad hit because of the movie itself. It wasn't well received. So obviously, the figure itself took a massive hit from the collectors. It never really took off, even though, I mean, I remember back in the day buying that for like, I don't know, like $130 perhaps. And I sold it pretty much for the same price, which is a bargain for Hot Toys, if you think about it. But this look right here, I mean, he does have the arc reactor and possibly the last villain from No Way Home. I'm hoping that they would do Lizard and Sandman, even though I would say I'm not gonna hold my breath into those two, because Lizard is gonna be complicated to do. That's a bigger figure. Possibly you can't move that if they ever made one. And with Sandman, he's more of a they attempted a Sandman in Spider-Man 3, although it's only a diorama base. I just don't see them tackling that villains again. Now, I'm happy, to have him, Goblin, and Doc Ock in that form. You put Mysterio, the one that we did have, and I can live with that. I understand if they don't make Lizard and Sandman, but at least we got Electro, which is in its form. It looks beautiful. It doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but what do you really want him to come with? I guess the only thing I can think of is a light up arc reactor, because he does have one. I'm reading the description right now online, and it doesn't seem like there's any LED functions whatsoever. So right off the bat, that's not gonna light up. He's wearing some Tims, So hey, he's from New York, and it's Electro, so just about right. Uh the effects that he does have, I expect kind of like Thor, and even from the previous Electro, we did have that. The only one, and we said it back in December, this is a gold mine for Hot Toys, and I'm talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. It was well received by fans. It was one of the best movies that Marvel ever made. The only two guys that we're waiting for, obviously, is Garfield and Tobey Maguire, which is I'm sure they're taking their time, and I hope they do. I hope they do everything they could to make that as perfect as possible. This version of Electro, I'm happy with it. I mean, the head sculpt is fantastic. It looks like it can move around. Yes, you see the joints in the arm, but you have to have that unless you wanted to have a rubber arm. And if you do that, there's a trade-off, which is you can't leave him in a dynamic pose. If you do, otherwise it would start peeling. Now, his outfit or costume is very intricate. As you can see, there's a lot of wires and parts and all that stuff. Kind of reminds me of Whiplash, where if you move him also with the exposed elbows and arms, you move him around, you put the risk of, pulling some stuffs here and there. Hopefully that's not the case with his mask. Even on the movie, I do love the throwback of the mask from the comic book version of Electro. I wonder in this version how it would work for this guy, because the material looks like it's still plastic. Maybe it's softer plastic, because you don't want to damage the head sculpt as well when pulling it on and off. And how would it stick? Like I was looking at some photos and trying to determine, see, maybe there's a thing in the back where you kind of just wear it like an actual mask, perhaps, but the edges of that thing touching the paint application of this wonderful head sculpt would just kind of scare me, to be quite honest with you. But hey, it is what it is. I'm glad that it's there, and I'm glad that they finally revealed Electro, and God knows what's gonna happen to the fans when they finally unleashed Garfield. The base is pretty boring. It is a standard base, but I wish they would start including these rocks and stuffs like that, because it adds to the overall effect of the figure, especially for somebody like Electro who doesn't come with much. Now I get it if you are talking about like Spider-Man or Batman, who comes with a plethora of accessories, but somebody like Electro, those, I would say, diorama pieces does add value, in my opinion, especially if you have enough. If you're planning to create a scene, I think it does help in the overall look as well. But nonetheless, he looks great. I don't know the price yet. This is a pretty basic figure, in my opinion. But pretty basic figure nowadays is $285. We're getting closer and closer to the $300 mark, regular MMS. I don't think he is quite there yet, but I see this being 285 with a pretty good head sculpt. Not a whole lot of accessories, but he does come with those electronic or effects that he does have on his arm, his shoulders, and all that stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think about this figure, guys. I mean, No Way Home has been out, like almost 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Yeah, 5 months ago. I think that's around December when it came out. Are you still excited for this? I know I am. I would buy anything No Way Home at this point. But even though it's it's a bit delayed, it's fine. I'm still gonna get this alongside every other No Way Home figures outside of that black and gold Spider-Man. But thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you are going to pick this up. I would love to hear your thoughts about the figure. Is there something wrong with it? What would you rather have? Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.